So that's why when you talk about stuff about being where we are, being in the good place we are, and no, we're not. Even watching you, Miss Nail, watching her come out screaming and hollering and crying.
You're gonna keep back trailing to this other woman because that's embarrassing for a woman. Cheating is not right.
No, it's not.
You're not supposed to do it, period.
No, you're not.
But it's how they do it. And the thing for me is disrespect for cheating. You keep making a laughing stock of it. That's a lot to take for a woman, and a woman of her caliber.
I'm tired of hearing you say that. Know that. I'm tired of hearing you say that. You would have been gone and asked for a divorce a long time ago. So don't sit here and act like that's the truth.
Stop being a victim all the time.
Ooh,
it gets on my nerves.
So everybody just heard everything Martell said.
No, because
Martell said I'm playing the victim.
I wish one day people would see the person.
For Martell Holt, 42, what would happen if the skeletons in your closet decided to have a party? He wasn't prepared for this year, and the messiness isn't the kind of celebration he was hoping for. That ended his marriage to Melody. Melody is at last experiencing justice and tranquility. Martell is working to maintain his reputation, and Shari suddenly emerges, presenting him with unavoidable personal and legal drama. As Martell's personal issues were aired week after week, viewers of the show saw the deceit, infidelity, and gaslighting. Let's be honest, his affair wasn't just an embarrassing incident, it was a... Melody's confidence was shattered by the entire affair, but now things are moving the other way, with Martell becoming the one impacted by his own drama, karma. Melody, sis, has altered the table's script in the meanwhile. Because of her recent court victories, which are more than just validation, she's serving receipts, honey, fans are gorging themselves on it like a Sunday dinner. This is about karmic retribution, not only the legal system. The fluidity of Martell's speech. Finger-pointing doesn't work the same way when a mountain of receipts demonstrates otherwise, from Shady's pledges to startling disclosures about his controlling behavior. Melody has seen Martell's whole man-in-charge act fall apart. Survived a storm, but now he's outdoors, covered in his own squalor, and she's holding the umbrella. The universe is really whirling. Challenging for him.
You're gonna keep back trailing to this other woman because that's embarrassing for a woman. Cheating is not right.
No, it's not.
You're not supposed to do it, period.
No, you're not.
But it's how they do it. And the thing for me is disrespect for cheating. You keep making a laughing stock of it. That's a lot to take for a woman, and a woman of her.
When Love and Marriage Huntsville debuted on television, Martell Holt had everyone deceived. He was praised for being the life of the party, a caring family man, and a smooth-talking businessman. Melody Shari was there. Even though the show's golden marriage was balancing kids, business agreements, and big aspirations like pros, glitz and glam cracks was spreading faster than a nasty gossip at a picnic. Although it wasn't so small, Martell's infidelity had a significant effect on Love, and everything altered drastically after marriage. His ostensibly perfect life was appended by what started off as whispers of an affair turning into a full-fledged scandal. This man's error wasn't an isolated occasion. Let's face it, he carried on with an affair for a whole year. Not only mistreated Melody, but also made her look crazy in front of everyone when the fan who spilt the tea saw Martell, who was dirty rather than wearing business attire and smiling. Instead of embracing his true nature, Martell promptly showed his. Because of his incapacity to adapt and propensity to place the blame on everybody but himself, fans weren't prepared for him to move from being the series' endearing businessman to its adversary. But now that the drama isn't limited to television, it's affecting the courts as well. Martell's legal problems have gotten so serious that they are now more than just a terrible look. They are a whole legal issue. According to reports, Melody requested a protective order after Martell allegedly displayed several dangerous actions, including harassment and intimidation in addition to probation fees and a no-contact order that barred him from contacting Melody and Trust. He was given a 30-day suspended sentence. These fines are the consequence of years of work. The court wasn't playing either. Of poisonous behavior that not only made for great television, but also damaged real lives. This latest court fiasco is proof that charm can only cover up unacceptable behavior and that karma never misses. On and off screen, Martell's need for power and disdain for Melody's boundaries are clear. For Melody, however, this is about regaining her power, not merely about marking off a court triumph. It was one of the most ludicrous accusations, and the court battle wasn't simple at all. The stakes were quite high. Martell allegedly threatened to publish a graphic. She is to be frightened by Melody's video. Yes, you read that right, but instead of compromising under duress, Melody refused to back down and dragged everything to court, revealing Martell's weak tactics and proving her resilience in the face of all this support. Weren't just watching, they were riding alongside her, and even one of Martell's current partner's previous coworkers showed up in her corner. She has consistently received an outpouring of support, with many applauding her bravery for standing up for her beliefs, even at personal cost. The tune is showing the world that it is resilient, and we are all behind it.
So that's why when you talk about stuff about being where we are, being in the good place we are, and no, we're not. Even watching you, Miss Nail, watching her come out screaming and hollering and crying.
Just when you thought Martell's situation couldn't get much worse, the custody battle dealt another crushing blow after years of back and forth over their 4 children. To be clear, the court formally ruled with Melody Shari, and this was not a snap decision. The judge weighed all the evidence, including Martell's taped antics, before rendering a decision. Element in the contract that best serves the interests of the kids, Martell needs to undergo psychological tests and family counseling. Indeed, they are making him face those damaging and destructive tendencies. His kids, but as you all know, Martell wasn't going away quietly, so he retaliated by accusing Melody of being careless and unfit to be a parent. Those charges were denied with a spoiler warning. The judge dismissed his accusations without a case or evidence, concluding that Melody is the most qualified person to give those kids stability. Melody keeps winning, and Melody had to deal with Martell's unruly behavior, both in public and behind closed doors, so this win was just another crown for him. Martell had a lot on his mind during treatment. In spite of this, CIS has. Melody's journey from betrayal to boss status is legendary, proving that real strength isn't just about getting by but flourishing. Melody may have let melancholy get the better of her after her marriage failed, devour her whole, but she turned her pain into a mission, dedicating herself to her work, her children, and anything else she could. Not to mention the transformation Melody has undergone. She has made a successful career for herself away from the shadow of her ex, from her music to her business ventures to her advocacy for women going through similar struggles. Inspiration, in addition to aiding in her own healing, Melody's openness about her path is also ensuring that her kids are raised in a peaceful, drama-free atmosphere. The model that allows her followers to stand tall without, regardless of the challenges life presents.
I'm tired of hearing you saying that. Know that. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Because it was the truth. You would have been gone and asked for a divorce a long time ago. So don't sit here and act like that's the truth.
Melody is clearly the love and marriage Huntsville MVP based on the comments made by others. On social media, fans are expressing their support for her by praising her bravery and grace as well as her capacity to overcome Martell's never-ending antics. The group responsible for signing hash numbers, Melody's story, has trended more times than we can count, proving how powerfully her tale resonates with audiences all across the world. Her supporters are praising not just her legal triumphs, but also her courage in defending both herself and others. Has the same forum to defend themselves, yet Martell Pugh has been the target of intense online criticism, with some claiming that his poisonous behavior is not only harmful, but also an indication of more significant problems with co-parenting and partnerships. Harming his standing both on and off the show because of his frequent mistakes and unwillingness to take responsibility. Many are wondering if Martell, who was once a fan favorite, has a future in love and marriage. One Huntsville onlooker sums it up perfectly by saying Martell's karma was not the only cause of death. It deserved it. He should be happy and move on with his life, since the perplexing thing is that he is still messing around with the mistress. Because he divorced him, Melody tried to co-parent with him, but he is too bitter and keeps attempting to destroy her. Another author claims that beneficial things will happen to him until he repents and leaves Melody alone. Because he still believes he is still married to Melody, Martell keeps reciting her Shur Halal. She went back to using her given name, Rogers, knowing full well. It is my hope that Melody and her new family can. It would be a lucky start to the new year if Justice and Melody were given sole custody of her beautiful children, especially since Melody's star is still rising and Martell's future is unknown. But as Melody's journey shows, honesty always comes out strongest. brightest, but will Martell bounce back from all of this, and will Melody finally get the peace she's worked so hard for? With legal troubles piling up and the public tugging him in all ways, Martell's future is incredibly challenging. One thing is certain, the consequences of his choices have caught up with him, and now it is his responsibility to alter his story. Only time will tell if he will act and make real changes or keep playing the blame game. Regarding Melody, the crowd is rooting for her, and the courts are on her side, so it feels like her glow-up moment. She is ready to put the mess behind her and welcome the future. She has already distinguished herself by her ability to transform suffering into strength, and her behavior outside of the show suggests, forthcoming, it all comes down to growing and winning. Melody's story is a true testament to the fact that resilience and self-love endure no matter how difficult things become. Everyone is captivated by Mart and Melody's drama, and it's clear there's more to come. Is this the beginning of Martell's demise, or will he finally take ownership of his actions and try and patch up his relationships? As their story progresses, will Melody continue to evolve, using her position to encourage and empower her fans? Captivating and acts as a reminder of the struggles and triumphs that many people go through in real life behind closed doors. Do you think Martell can improve the situation, or is he already too far along? We would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. Everyone is on board for this insane journey. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and tap the notice. Make sure you don't miss any changes by using bell. Stay tuned for all the latest tea and in-depth analysis. We can't wait to share more stories, drama, and inspiration with you. When it comes to stories like this one, we have you